Hi, my name is Chris, and I'm the head of product at Injective Labs. Today, I'm going to talk about Helix and how it is bridging the gap between TradFi and DeFi. So, what is Helix? Helix is the premier decentralized exchange built on Injective. It is the first fully decentralized on-chain order book, um, allowing users to benefit from instant finality, zero gas fee, as well as unlimited cross-chain markets. Um, Helix is the first app to achieve that by leveraging Injective's leading infrastructure. Injective's unique on-chain order book and matching engine for spot, perp, and futures options market allows, it means that all trades can be are math resistant through our FBA frequent batch auction order matching. Um, it ensures the transactions on Helix are front running resistant, and in the meantime, it ensures lightning fast speed as well as like zero gas fee for Helix users, because Helix will be able to pay for to pay for gas fee for all of the users on it. And in terms of like Helix's novel infrastructure design, um, we're also using for all the perpetual markets is actually based on the Oracle module, right? The Oracle module plays a very important part in terms of how we calculate the mark price for our per market, and that's where Pyth comes in. Pyth is providing Oracle module right into the injective chain, and Helix is consuming all these chains for the perpetual markets. Another great thing about Injective is the share liquidity mindset, so that Helix is one of the many exchanges that's able to tap into this share liquidity that other players within Injective can also contribute and trade. So if you're trading on Helix, it means that you're actually also trading. You're potentially also trading against everyone on Injective. And so, like, what does it mean by bridging TradFi and DeFi, right? So we've seen rapid growth of DeFi throughout the last few years, right? Both retail users and institutional users are getting involved into the DeFi space, and Helix is one of the very strong proponent of that space. However, TradFi still plays a crucial role in the development and functioning of DeFi. So TradFi institutionals control significant capital, which can be impactful, which can bring impactful change when moving over to DeFi platform as liquidity. And these liquidity are essential for DeFi platforms to function efficiently. Liquidity is also vital for enabling large transactions, maintaining price stability, and also supporting various financial activities within DeFi. TradFi has developed a bunch of sophisticated tools such as risk management, financial module, and mature products that that DeFi still have to catch up, as well as like really user-friendly UI. Well, when I say user-friendly, I would say like user-familiar UI. Like this is through decades of experience, right? So DeFi can benefit from all these expertise. And so TradFi has what has TradFi over DeFi right now is there are tons of resources for customer education and familiarity of users. So DeFi needs to be able to leverage these resources so that we can accelerate our mission into like mass adoption and grow further. And this is where Helix comes in, right? Helix is trying to bridge the gap between TradFi and DeFi. Just let me go through all these. Yeah, and Helix is bridging the gap between TradFi and DeFi by doing the following, right? So first of all, as I mentioned, we are using the Pyth Oracle price for our markets. The reason for that is because in order for traders to be able to enjoy a a a stable and like trustless, or more like they're confident in the price that's being used on Injective or Helix, um, a very stable and strong oracle is required, and that's where Pyth comes in, right? So Pyth um, has high fidelity data oracle, enable institutional grade data at unprecedented speed, right? So the real time price feed from Pyth actually can ensure accurate pricing for us, right? So right now, all of the perpetual markets are using Pyth, um, but it won't stop just there, right? So actually on testnet right now, we have a lot of um, experimental markets that are using such, for example, commodities and forex exchange. All these information or oracle are also coming from Pyth, of course, as well as crypto markets, right? Uh, but these are all just the current use case of Pyth on Helix. What Helix or the larger ecosystem within Injective can use the Pyth Oracle would then be, for example, any uh, protocols that require using Oracle price for um, calculating collateral, or for example, any trading, like advanced automated trading tools that also requires a reference price, and that's where the Pyth Oracle can come in, and that's for us is very important to bridge the gap between TradFi and DeFi. The next thing is on Helix, that's like be able to bridge between TradFi and DeFi is as I mentioned, the order book exchange. That is very unique within the DeFi space for us, right? When I say unique, because we are truly decentralized. Everything on Helix is every component is decentralized, right? So we are very unique in the sense that we're truly DeFi, but at the same time, we are still mirroring a lot of the user experience that TradFi can offer. We're also pushing the boundary within DeFi by offering order types that like only TradFi can see. Um, uh, uh, and like these are the things that like that we can help us to bring more users into DeFi, right? There's also like the swap across all markets. By that we mean like we're able to bring all the different liquidities and markets cross chains. So right now you will be able to see on Helix markets native to Cosmos ecosystem, but also Ethereum, and but also Solana native tokens as well, right? Um, and two of the very exciting new features that Helix has had are the trading guilds and the automated trading bots. The trading guilds is important for us to bridge the gap between TradFi and DeFi, because this is a way for us to bring social elements into DeFi. And as we can see in the TradFi space, these kind of social trading elements are very important, and a huge growth factor for a lot of these new types of TradFi companies, right? And that's why we're trying to bring in features like trading guilds. Last but not least, the one that I'm most excited about, a bunch of automated trading bots. As we can see in TradFi, and also actually in centralized exchanges right now, the concept of offering trading bots is very, very important to grow users, especially the retail users. And this is something for us, it's very important because by offering advanced automated trading bots, we'll be able to bring in all types of retail users into DeFi, right? So the aim for us to be able to, for anyone trading on Helix, they wouldn't even think about it as a DeFi, right? They don't have to, they wouldn't know, right? They would think it's as good as any TradFi out there. And oh, sorry, yeah. And three other things that we have included in Helix as well are institutional users. Helix Institutional, which is a initiative for us to push for more big names and big players into Helix, right? And these institutional players um, are looking into trading on Helix in a permissioned environment, so that they can bring in many different types of assets onto Helix, and bring in a lot more capital inflow and activity within the Injective ecosystem. So this for us will be able to also help us to achieve mass adoption. The other thing that I want to talk about is the open liquidity program. Helix is offering rewards for multiple traders and also market makers to provide great liquidity onto the Helix order book, right? We have amassed over 20 million in open interest right now from these open liquidity program, right? And anyone can join and benefit and receive the benefits from providing liquidity on Injective and also Helix, of course. This is very important for us to achieve mass adoption, because with great liquidity, then all of our traders will be able to trade in all sorts of assets as if they are using a centralized exchange or TradFi. Last but not least, we're also having a Helix LP rewards that's targeting retail users to provide liquidity on Helix. This is slightly different to the open liquidity program because this is more retail friendly, which for us is still very important, right? Because that's how we think can grow the user base, the retail user base on Helix. And that's it from me today. Thanks so much for listening, and thanks for having me, Pyth team. Thank you. Bye-bye.